Hello, everyone. I wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to do your rank planner and how to get the information you need to do overall volume of scheduled LRP from your website. It's a little bit of a tedious process, but it pays off because once you do it, you know how to do it, and you're able to tell your subconscious as well as tell your conscious state what you need in overall volume to hit your rank that you're heading for. So I'm going to do a Premier rank planner, and we're going to need the rank planner. Okay, and we're also going to need our back end of our website to do this. So when you're doing these, like I said, you're telling your subconscious, what do you need to hit Premier or whatever rank you're heading for? And you're telling telling the universe what to bring to you, what to conspire to bring to you to make these things happen. That's the subconscious work by doing these rank planners. The conscious work is, you know that you need to do X amount of classes of 500 volume is a average volume from a class, 500 volume, and an average volume of 200 for a average one-on-one, okay? So once you do that, okay, I need 1,500 more point. That means I need 3 classes because they're each about 500 typical volume that comes from a class. Right? So it tells you what leg you need to talk to that leader and say, hey, what classes do we need to schedule, or what are your next 4 classes for this month? And how can I help you, facilitate those if you're not already working with them? As you hit higher ranks, your leaders take off and running, and they don't need a lot of assistance from you because you've helped them duplicate your methods and methods from like sharesuccess.com. using the launch guide and whatnot, and the 4 classes a month and the 15 one-on-ones a month. Those things have been duplicated so people know what they're doing. And by you helping your leader, you're helping your rank, right? Okay. So I chose not to do the elite planner because, once you hit elite, you're really diving into the business and you're investing more time into these rank planners. So, for a Premier, we know that we need 2 executive legs of 2,000 overall volume with a total of 5,000 volume. So I could say for Premier, I need an executive and an elite to keep it simple. But if I was using this method of 2 executives, I would know I need an extra 1,000 volume somewhere else on my line, my front line, or another leg, a small leg. And what that means, on average, people hitting Premier, if they do 25 plus people team-wide enrollments, that can get them to Premier. Premier plans support 2 key builders through the launch process, right? The launch guide. And it says, I am Premier on or before, so you want to put that date if you're heading for, the end of June 31st. And I would feel what? So you want to express what type of emotions would come over you. And literally feel that as you work with your morning affirmations, feel it in your whole being, what it feels like to hit that rank, okay, on that date. You're going to put in why you love sharing doTERRA, your why, your personal goals, your personal development focus. Maybe you've noticed that your skill set is falling weak on presenting. You're going to, start doing more role playing on presenting. Then when you get to these builders, you hopefully have 2 builders. If you don't have 2 builders, let's say you have 1 and you have a placeholder, someone on your front line who's been willing, or somewhere down, within your structure, someone who's willing to be a wellness advocate, keep their order at 100. That's the person then you might put in here on builder 2. Hopefully you could convert them to be a true builder so that they support the team underneath them, or you draw forth to you a indeed builder. And sometimes you place swap. So putting someone in a position through placements at doTERRA, you're able to put someone in to help take care of a big leg that maybe you built out underneath someone who we called a placeholder, okay? So you put their names, the goal, and you review with them their elite planner. So for them, the elite planner for this one builder is to hit 3,000 volume to hit elite. We know for Premier, we at least need them to be an executive, which is 2,000 volume. But we still are going to have our builder, our conscious builder, fill out that elite planner because they're going to head for 3,000 overall volume that month and every month to maintain their rank. And in order to maintain a rank, you're going to help your new builders learn the lifestyle piece, learn how to facilitate wellness consults, wellness plans that show people how to order monthly and get on a wellness protocol. Okay, you're also, the second bullet that you would need to check off is enrolled in launch challenge, meaning have you invested or got a commitment from this builder to do a launch training with you? Hopefully so. That's going to mean they're a real builder. Okay, so go to launch at sharesuccess.com library. You can literally get a launch guide sent in the mail for $5 or look at it online, and you would help them follow the instructions of setting up 4 classes, doing their 100 names list, and scheduling one-on-ones. Okay, so scheduled volume 2,000, write out all the currently scheduled LRP volume. So that means you have to go to your back end of your website. Let's try to get there. And we'll just go ahead and enter. So you need to go into your team tab on your website at mydoterra.com and click on the left-hand side on, you can either do your graphical tree or you literally, let's just click on the graphical tree first. So you're on the graphical tree, you want to see where, actually, this is only going to show us for this month of May, but we could at least see how close are we before we are filling out our June, the next month. How close are we? We've got, for me to hit gold, we've got this person at 3,700. We need 5,000 here. This person's at 3,900. We need 5,000 there to hit gold. So we need 2 legs of 5,000. This one is way over 5,000, so we at least need 1 more leg. And again, that would show me for this month. But if I clicked on somebody who is a scheduled person and, it has their, you don't want to do that. It has, let's just look at me. It has their overall, it has their next LRP at 157 and the date, okay? So I know for June 23rd, the order is at 157. So I would literally go down each of the LRP people under this leg, and I would write down on a pad of paper every single scheduled LRP for June. And then I would add all those together. So looking at, a specific leg, this person, if I was looking at Kay's leg, I'd have, she's got 234, and then I would literally go through all the people on this whole entire tree and see what are the scheduled LRPs, and I would add them up. If I needed Kay to have 2 legs of executive for her to hit Premier, then I would need to do 1 leg at a time and add those all up. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Coming back to here. So literally I would have to add all those up for this first leg, let's say Kay, and then get her all the scheduled LRP on her team and see if it is indeed at 2,000 already. Let's just say it was at 1,800. Then I'd know that, 2,000 minus 1,800 equals 200. I pretty much could do one-on-one with a LRP of 200, and I could get that leg to be at 2,000. Okay, so once you figure out how much you're needing, you can, figure out how many classes that you need to schedule or how many one-on-ones do you need to schedule to either help that leg, meaning you might not be scheduling them, but you might be telling that builder, look, you just need this amount of classes and one-on-ones to get you, if they're heading towards elite, to 3,000. But for you personally, that you at least need them at 2,000 to hit this Premier rank. Okay, so you're going to do that for for both legs and see what those needed classes and one-on-ones are. Fill that all out. Then for your own presentations, your goal for Premier, you want to focus on your own enrollments as you support your builders endeavors. So you want to list your own classes here and your own one-on-ones. Your total volume of leg 1, of leg 2, and the required 5,000. So you'll need to see how much are you still shy of that extra 1,000 overall volume. You also want to put on the bottom here a really important piece, the enrollment incentives, meaning, you know, this one has an IE, enroll with a kit within 24 hours of class to receive a doTERRA keychain. If you know those incentives, like for May, we have $50 free for people who enroll, as well as the enroller gets 50 points free. If you know that and you have that written down, you're tuned into it when you go to teach a class or on one-on-one or do a wellness plan, you have them on the top of your head, you already know what they are, and it's easy to deliver them. If you don't know what they are, then you possibly are missing an enrollment because someone didn't know about that incentive that gets them over the line of enrolling. The book and class incentive means, can you get people to host a class from teaching a class at someone's home or doing a one-on-one? What is your book a class incentive? Meaning if they book a class at their own home where they invite their friends and family, maybe you'd give them a keychain. Maybe you'd give them a diffuser, okay? So this is really important to fill out for your months to come. And it takes some work, it takes some behind the scenes work of adding up all those scheduled LRP, but then you're in the know of what needs to happen for that month to get you to that rank. And of course you have your Power of 3 planner, which you guys are well aware of. If you're not and you're brand new, you're gonna fill out your leaders. This is you, the first circle, then you'll fill out your leaders, and you'll fill out their leaders and beyond. And this will get you your $1,500 bonus if you fill all this out with people who are doing 100 PV or more orders every month. Then you're gonna have a beautiful $1,500 check every month. But prior to that, when you get this first row filled out, you get $50 bonus when each of these people are doing at least 100 PV. The ideal PV that you'd want them to do would be 150 because you need a total of this front line plus you doing a total of 600 OV. So, if each of the 4 of you are doing 150, that gets you to that 600 mark. And if you teach all your leaders to encourage their leaders to do 150, it's going to be easy to maintain that those checks of 50, 250, and 1,500. Okay, so that is a short explanation about doing your rank planners. I hope that helps you all, and I hope that you can get yours done. Take a picture of when it's done, send it to your leader, your upline, and they will help to hold you accountable, help you go over it, help you problem solve, and it's a wonderful way to actualize your dreams come true. Have a great day.